Fable, and I bring up Fable because the first Fable, that game was, it was so unique. It was a brilliant thing for that era, and that's why even when we were looking at the best years of gaming, boy, that's a hell of a question right there, B. I think that what's the point? What's the point of life? I think that all comes down to each individual and things that they have personally experienced and gone through in life. But for me, the thing that's always stuck with me ever since I was a child, it was to live, the knowledge of being alive, the ability to do all these amazing things in our everyday that we have. Like most people take a lot of shit for granted. And even you take some of the smallest things for granted as well. But some of those things that you're able to do, some of those things that you're able to experience, some of those things that you're able to feel and everything else, you can easily take them for granted, but there's someone else who can't experience, do, or feel those things. The ability to fucking walk, for one. A child that's never been able to walk and will never be able to walk or run, that feeling of being a kid when you get up and you know it's like the last day of school or you're already in summer and like your friends want to go out and go and play fucking tag out in the park somewhere or shoot basketball or go ride your bikes or fucking skateboard or roller skate at the rink, when you're a kid and all of these things are so big and so new and so bright and everything else, to never be able to experience that, fucking imagine that. To never be able to hear, to never be able to hear music. I am deaf in one ear. My left ear, I can't hear dick. I used to cheat the hearing tests because I learned something, that the feeling of sound was so fucking strong that all I had to do was slightly adjust the headphones. That's why when I used to stream, I don't know if you guys ever noticed, but because I had the mic over on this side, I would literally take the left one and pull it back right here. I always did that because there's no necessity for me to have anything in there. All I can do is feel sound and vibration and shit like that. I can't hear. But to never be able to hear at all, nigga, I couldn't imagine it. To not be able to see, like, it's just those everyday small things that we do and that we have that we get to fucking experience that others don't. To live in places where you get to eat daily. I mean, it just sounds like everybody does that, right? Everybody should be able to do that, but we all know there's places in the world where people can't do that. So it's like all these complaints that people have, all these bigotries, all these racist fucking ideals, all these fucking like ideals of hatred that you can just throw on anyone just seem so ridiculous to me, and it always has, because it's like, do you know the amount of energy required to fucking hate someone? Do you know the amount of energy required to even fake your hatred? Which is what a lot of these people online do. They fake their hatred in order to rage bait people in order to make money. Because that is the meta. That's the motherfucking, that's the meta nowadays. It takes way too much time and fucking energy for me to ever do that dumb shit versus being able to wake up, put a smile on my motherfucking face, fucking clean up, look good, go outside, smell the fresh air, take a walk for 30 minutes or an hour, just absorbing everything around me, talk to random people, not giving a fuck who they are, where they're from, what they look like, what the color of their skin is, sit down, enjoy a meal, have drinks with, taste these amazing foods. Again, the conversation, the interaction, meet badass women, spend time with them. How how has it become the trend to fucking just hate all women. I understand there's dirty, grubby motherfuckers on every side of the spectrum, but your actual dealings with those individuals should never actually put that on everyone else, because at that point, you're not living your life. You're just not. That kid that we did the video on who fucking I hate everything, the whole black pill ideal. Someone had the nerve, and here's what's crazy on YouTube, especially now with the AI addition to YouTube, it filters anything that comes in and it blocks it out. And he left a comment which I tried to approve, and YouTube still wouldn't approve that comment because of what it said. But I wanted to approve it to answer him. But the thing is, looking at that and seeing that comment made me realize that, well, it's not just this guy who lives like that. Well, there's obviously someone else who lives like that. And that means there's a sect or cult of individuals that live in that manner. How could I ever go through my life fucking hating women for the sake of just hating women? Beautiful fucking creatures. Absolutely beautiful creatures. How could I go through my life hating other men just because I'm not them? Nigga, I'm me. I am a man. I'm not just a man. In my life, I am the fucking man. And how? How could I go through my life not living with the shit that I was given, the gifts I was given, the abilities I was given? How? That's why, to me, that whole question, what's even the meaning of life? It is literally to live your life and do things, experience things, have friends, feel loss, but feel the joy that can come outside of loss. All of these things are just inevitable in life. You live, some of us get to live longer than others. You breathe, until that last breath. Why not go through it just like, you know what? I want to experience it all. And I want to do my best in every single aspect of it. And even if you're best, and I don't mean sitting here like I have to be the richest man in the fucking world, I have to have all these things, X, Y, and Z, because it's true that having things at the end of the day, those things are not what's going to bring you true happiness. Yo, and dog, thank you so much. Another tip, 6, 7. Hey, get the fuck out of here. I do exactly. As soon as I saw, I'm like, this motherfucker. Oh, that's crazy. I will not do that. I absolutely will not do that. And what's even crazy about that, what's so funny about that right there, that whole thing right there, that's literally how you would say something. Like if I was talking to somebody, I'm like, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I'll go at 7, 8 o'clock. I don't know. That right there. How's that action that people have been using for years? That all of a sudden became a huge fucking thing. It's crazy, but it's funny to me. It's like it's watching things go in full circle. I mean, so many things I've seen in life, and to see how now all of a sudden it's coming back full circle. Everything that people are like, oh, boomers aren't cool, fucking Gen Y, Gen Z, whatever, they're not cool. We're the cool generation, but you stealing all they shit. What are we talking about? This game, it just went into an update stage, which is at 14%. We gonna be here for a minute, y'all. All I want is for it to bring me back my save files. But yeah, at the end of the day, like I was saying, like there's no better feeling. Even when you go through some of the most horrible things in life, there's no better feeling than just being able to live and live freely and to spend your time doing things that you love doing, that you enjoy doing, whether that's absorbing knowledge, whether that's fucking hanging out with your friends, whether that's going to work, making a decent fucking living, which is so ridiculous how many people don't even get that. so that they can take care of themselves and their family members and everything else. But if you took away, if money were off the board, if money were off the fucking board, which let's be real, capitalism is, it's been said that it's the root of all evil, and I can honestly agree with that to an extent. But let's take money off the board. Let's go with the idea of what it was in the Matrix, but the Animatrix version. If you never saw the Animatrix, there were the different short stories, whatever. But one of those stories explained why AI really came into being what it was at that point, and that was to create an easier life for human beings. They didn't work, they didn't have to worry about food and everything. The robots took care of it all. Of course, humans fuck that up because that's what humans do. We fuck things up. But take money off the board. If you didn't have to work, if you couldn't invest, if you didn't have a need for money, what would you do every day? What would you do to bring joy to yourself? What would make you happy? Now, for some people, they would still spew fucking hatred because I made a statement to my friend who I've told you guys about. I told her some people are just inherently evil. And she understood what I meant, but she didn't believe it. But then one night she calls me and goes, "You're 100% right. Some people are inherently evil." And I asked her why, and she told me the story why. And we had spoken about the individual she was speaking about a few different times. And she's just like, she is an inherently evil individual. There are those individuals who they just live their lives only to spew hatred and everything else. What good does it do them? I mean, like I said, nowadays it makes some money. But outside of that, nothing. So taking money off the board, what would you do with your life that would make you happy, that would make you feel fulfilled? For a lot of people, the thing that brings them the most joy is something that I can never have. While I've raised many, I'll never have children of my own blood. I can't. I've raised children that hold my ideals, that hold my fucking, mannerisms, that hold my, like, aura. Everything about me was passed on to them because they were around me and I raised them as if they were my own children. But for most people, that's what it is to grow a family, to have loved ones, things like that. Maybe that's what it is for you. Maybe for you, it's not that. Maybe it's traveling and seeing the world. Maybe that's what it is. But that's all a part of living. So that whole question of what's the meaning of life? What's the point of it? Like I said, to me, it's all about living. Living as best as you possibly can. We all fuck up, we all falter, we all fail. But every single time, you're supposed to do something and make yourself better and do better and be better. That's all there is to it. It'll bring you happiness at some point. Stop dwelling on everybody's everything else. Stop dwelling on, like, you know, just bullshit. Take that out of the equation. In the world that we live in, you have to keep up on daily events and everything else. But I don't think that doom scrolling is the best way to do that. I don't think sitting on something like TikTok is the best way to do that. Taking in things that actually rage bait you. Because what a lot of people don't have is something that I luckily do have. I have this ability to take something in, internalize it for a moment. The story we talked about earlier, I spoke on it. I'm outside of it now. I don't hold a grudge towards anyone else other than I don't even hold a grudge towards the individual that did the action. If she gets arrested, great. But outside of me talking about it, just to share it with you guys and give you a perspective on certain things, That's it. And I hope you don't internalize that sort of thing. Anything that you internalize from here should be shit that we talk about that's funny, that's healthy, everything else. It is the job of some people to deal with the negative, to deal with the crazy, to semi internalize it, but you have to find a release for it. All of that to just say this. Don't internalize all the dumb shit around you. Just live your fucking life. Do you? That's the only answer, and that's the best answer I can give to you, B. Because that question, that's a question that's been around forever and will be around forever, no matter what. Let's see, how much time do we have left? God damn, this thing is slow. 27%. This is the one thing about this, and it's just Japan as a whole. Internet. Fucking internet. But when I'm in an internet cafe, I expect your shit to be top of the line. Top of the line. I will tell y'all, speaking of top of the line, I said something about this last stream. The place I went to eat at, uh, the izakaya, the Italian izakaya. Lord have mercy. Like that food is on my brain right now. I'm gonna have to put a couple of pictures up on Instagram at least because whew, y'all don't understand how little time I spend on social media. You just you have no understanding. Like on it'll be a random pop up where I'm just like pow 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 photo after photo after photo, and it's usually all food related. But that place, oh my god, they had I told y'all what I tried the first time. The first time I went in, I had a pizza that was fantastic. The next time I went in, actually, I had more than that. I had like three different meals that first time. The second time I went in, I had cacio de pepe, which is delicious. But then the steak, my mouth is watering from that steak right now. Like thinking about it, it was cooked perfectly and so tender. You put it in your mouth, it gave just like all you had to do was chew once, and the rest of it said, "Hey, we'll do all the work from here." Amazing, amazing food. Like I really look forward to